Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a lovely Thursday evening. And when you know what that means, it's GP1 day. And welcome to GP1, ladies and gentlemen, with my co-host, which is good old Robin today. Robin, you really enjoyed GP1 last week, and you're here for the rest of the season. So, how are you feeling?
Really good. And last week when I was entering the first time the combos for the GP1. I was really excited by all the close racing all these guys got, and that gave the extra to stay in the combos for the rest of the season with you. And with those tight championship, it's you can't miss anything here in SFR.
And of course, this is the closest fight we ever had here in Speed Sports Racing this season. Welcome to the title of the four drivers. We got Leronix, Laser, Rappy and Chris all fighting out to become the GP1 champion for season 7. What an unbelievable season these four guys have had, and we're not over just yet. This most likely going to go down to the wire here in Speed Force Racing here at GP1. After Russia, we got another change for the lead, and the winner of that race was Chris, who's got a lovely third place, and he got himself into 186 points, who's 6 points ahead of Leronix, and Laser is another 6 points behind Leronix in third place, and it's 8 points ahead of Rappy on 166. Rappy needs to get a super good result out of this race. Out of the four drivers behind, who's you betting to win this title? We don't know. So, on to the rest of the standings. Game Boys in 5th place, being the best of the rest. Seaby Connor in 6th, Jensen in 7th, Sanjevitz 8th, Clarkey 9th, Fruitful 10th, Venom 11th, Gelato in 12th place, Warby 13th, Tony is in 14th, Spanias 15th, Lossol 16th, Gogs in 17th, Joey in 18th, Fireshot in 19th, and Golden Crimson is in 20th place into the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes are dominating the Constructors at the moment. At the moment, they got 358 points, and they are miles ahead of Renault. It's going to be a matter of when Mercedes wins that Constructors, I believe, in the next couple of races, I believe. Minimum couple, I will say. So, and then it'll be ahead of Renault, who's 2nd place. AlphaTauri in third. Haas in 4th. Scuderia and Ferrari in 5th. Racing Point in 6th. Red Bull in 7th. Williams 8th. Alfa Romeo 9th. And McLaren in 10th. So, that is your run through the standings. Unbelievable that the Drivers' Championship is going to probably most likely go down to the wire. Robin, what is Rabi's mindset going into this race? He's 4 points behind. He's 8 points behind third. What's Rabi's mindset going into this race?
At this stage of the race, you should have the same mindset as you have for all the previous races you have already done, and that's get the maximum out of every weekend. And that's the most thing you can do, and try to finish in front of your rivals. That's really the target.
Yeah, if I was Rappy, this is the time now. This is going to be now or never, because you think about it, he's got to think to himself, right, I'm now at this point of the season where I need to push as hard as I can now, because if I don't push now, then there's going to be problems. It could have turned into a three-way fight. So Rappy needs to be on it all the time now. He can't make any more mistakes or any more incidents or crashes. He needs to get in the top 5 all the time now, from now to the end of the season. Do you agree with that statement, Robbie? Robin?
Robbie.
That's your little nickname now, is Robbie.
Oh, that's the next one, but yeah, I'm really agreeing with
the other one. The other one.
Yeah. Could almost write a book of nicknames.
So, yeah. So right now, Robin, who's... I know at this point of the season we got 4 championship contenders, which is amazing. Who do you think is going to win this championship? I know it's very close to the call, but who do you think your money's on?
Well, I'm quite terrible at making predictions, but I think I'm gonna go for Lyronix.
Lyronix. Good shot, good shout. Rachel is coming and says, "Evening lads, good luck to you GP1 drivers." Yes, the GP1 drivers are now starting to file in slowly. We got 13 in this lobby. We got Ryan, Sanjovic, Raikkonen's back. Good to see Raikkonen back. Tony's here. Joey, Jensen Gelato, Chris, Game Boys, Rappy, Clarky, Lost Souls, Laser. Of course, we've got to have Laser here because he's the blooming host.
Yes. Like last week when we had a Williams or something else in the Renault.
J.A. Williams, something like that. One of the most weirdest glitches ever, which is so odd. We got the 14th driver in. Who's the 14th?
Lyronix.
Lyronix is here. There we go. There we go. We've got our championship contenders. Our 4 championship contenders are here, which is good to see. So, where is he? Can't see him.
Yeah, he left the lobby, so maybe he's restarting a PS4 or forgot
Probably,
to,
yeah.
save his setup or something.
So, what's Suzuka? How you feel? They have obviously made a few changes to the circuit. How do you feel about Suzuka now than it was to last year's game?
Well, I love Suzuka in general, and that bump which was in the last previous games in on Suzuka, it was so terrible where you could easily lose the car on traction, and you had to wait to go onto the throttle to not lose the car. And but now it's just flat. That the bump has been removed. It's far more enjoyable, and I think a lot of players of this game really like that they removed the bump. I think a lot really were annoyed by that, as sometimes so that the rear was going anywhere if you got too early on the throttle.
Yeah. So the drivers are running up now. We've got the green light. We only got 13. Well, we're going to have Lyronix coming in very soon, but we are going to have 14 drivers for GP1. It's a bit very low, but unfortunately it is what it is with GP1. If you've got other commitments, you've got to have other commitments and everything else. So yeah, we've got 14 drivers. I know it says 30, but Lyronix is coming very soon. Oh dear. Excuse me. Right. Is that a blow to wake me up? Okay, so we're just getting ready now to get underway for qualifying. They obviously made a few updates to this game. For a new feature, we're going to be seeing the penalty system, the new penalty system work Spectrum. So if we get missed a penalty, we'll see a flag beside their name, and of course that is a very good new feature. And then when the drivers are driving, you can actually see the amount of seconds of penalties they will see while they're on track. So the drivers will be more than noted for about the penalties this year, which is really good to see. The drivers are running it up now, so just waiting on Tony, Raikkonen and Ryan. Good to see Ryan in this lobby as well. Ryan 55X. Let's see how he does in the racing point. So we're about to get underway. 5 seconds to go. Robin, we're probably going to see some very fast times today here in GP1.
Yeah, probably. The GP2 guys yesterday were quite close to the 1825s, and I'm pretty sure that these guys will get a very fast 25 lap time, and I wouldn't be surprised if you get close to a 24. I was last week quite embarrassed by the qualifying times those guys can set. So I'll enjoy the qualifying session by all those 13 drivers we have at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment we've got 13. Hopefully we get the 14th in.
Yeah, hopefully, yes.
Just waiting for to go into the track. There we go. There's the drivers. Only 13 of them. So this could be a quite small grid, but I'm sure these drivers will make the most of that small grid. So it will be nice to see 20 drivers on this track, but unfortunately, people with other commitments, that's not obviously the case. So we're going into qualifying now. So we're going to see how these drivers will tackle this Suzuka circuit. Of course, one of the most famous circuits in the world. You've got the likes of the legendary Senna winning his world championship here in controversial fashion. Sebastian Vettel won his world title here. Fernando Alonso won his title here. Damon Hill. What a day that was for Damon Hill on that day. And Tony is retired from the session because he's got a qualifying ban. So, onto the track they go. Looks like it's going to be Jensen out first, which it is. So, Robin, you drove this track. Now, what's this? You've driven this track, and so did I. And even though I don't like the circuit, the track has got a lot better over the years, over the few F1 games. Do you think this track's a lot more smoother to drive now? It's much more of a driver circuit now than it was in the previous games?
Well, in terms of the drivers track, I think it's pretty much the same. The wheels still should have advantage, especially in the S section. But also that can be very useful at the hairpin and at the last chicane to find your position. So, it's also a track that you love it or you hate it. And I hope most drivers love it. But we'll see who can shine today and who are really hoping that this race will be over after that.
So in terms of overtaking, Robin, because this is one of those tracks that obviously is going to be very difficult to overtake. Do you think these drivers will be more sensible enough to know that the main overtaking spot is turn 1, or do they think they can find other taking positions elsewhere?
I think most people will go for a lunch at turn 1, and maybe if they're on the one to overtake at some point, it could be at the hairpin, which could be a bit of a wreck on the chicane as it starts to rain.
Yes, I'm just about to say, it's starting to rain in Suzuka. Now we got some spice in the works, Robin. Now we're going to see how the drivers are going to be doing in the challenging conditions, as Jensen has invalidated his lap. So we're going to wait for a Ferrari to come through, which is most likely to be Joey. It is Joey, because Steve Icona is out on track now, just started his lap. So we're looking at Joey at the moment. But yeah, so now, Robin, this is the chance for the drivers now to really get their laps done early rather than later.
Yes, and those who have validated the lap time will pretty much be done for the qualifying. And especially Ryan, who's out in meetings, he will be last.
So this is more than important. Oh, Laser has retired.
He's taking the pits for some reason.
So Laser's retired in the pits. So that's a very, very weird one for Laser. But here comes Joey. Across the line he goes, a 1:26.4. So that's our first time of the day. Sanjovic is invalidated. Chris is about to come through. 26.3 from Chris. Gelato 1:26.4. So the times are starting to come in now. Chris is on pole position on this moment in time. We've got the cars coming through now. We got Game Boys coming in 26.9. Rappy 26.9. Connor is probably most likely to do another run. Jensen is in the pit. We're looking at Lost Souls now. Ryan, 27-1 for Ryan. He can, but that's on the mediums. So right now the drivers are trying to get their laps done before the rain gets any worse. And that's a very, very, of course, the main story of it all. As Lost Soul flies into the Degners. This is a really big span in the works, Rob, because you want to get your laps done now because while the track is dry, because when the rain starts to really come down to make the track really wet, you're not going to improve your time, aren't you?
Yeah, the weather is going to be a whole more difficult. It is going to be to improve the lap time, so we need to be quick as we've got Lyronix back into the session.
Lyronix needs to get his laps done really quickly.
That's really unfortunate that he joins later. That he doesn't go to qualifying as there was Edgewitch and someone else. His teammate quite close to the wall, both.
Because Lost Soul's 27.6, so he's our slowest driver at the moment. Raikkonen and Raikkonen, of course, in the Alfa Romeo. Well, suits it really. If you want to say suits it in the Alfa car. Because his name's Raikkonen, well, might as well put him in the Alfa. Here comes Raikkonen in the Alfa Romeo. 28.0 is the slowest time. He can really improve. Connor's gone into the pits. So Jensen is on his out lap. So let's go to Jensen.
You can really tell that the rain is coming down more as Lost Souls and Raikkonen lost quite a lot of time to the pole time. And usually in GP1 we have very close times, and there's now almost 2 seconds between the fastest and the slowest.
So right now the track is still moderately dry, so it's still good enough for those dry tyres to stick to. But the track will be extremely cold, wouldn't it?
It will be. Oh, Benjamin did not a good exit coming out of the chicane. That maybe tells why or how much wetter already is on the track.
Jensen going through turn 1 and turn 2, about to go into the S's. Oh! And yeah, that just shows, don't it, Robin?
Yes, it's too wet to improve the time.
And look at Sanchevich right now. He's struggling to keep his car stick to the road. So it's just the turning point, Robin. Is the track too wet now? Because Lyronix has just joined. He can't do another run, can't he?
No, he can't. And I think Ryan will be really happy about this. Starting 6 on the mediums.
Ryan will be extremely. But we have to find. But we need to find out that it's the weather the weather on the next in the race. If the weather's the race, it's going to be wet or dry. We don't know. We don't know what the weather's going to be like in the race. Is Lyronix doing a run? He is. Lyronix is doing a run. Connor's gone to the wet. Connor's not come out yet. But he's now gone to the wets. Hello, Stupid Clavin. Welcome to the stream.
I think Lyronix is now going to give set a time to start on the mediums in the top 10. Which will probably assume that the race is going to be dry.
This is a smart move from Lyronix.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter how fast or how slow your time is. If the others don't push you out of the top 10, you'll start on the tire you qualified on.
Hello, Billy O'Connor. Welcome. So we're looking at Lyronix now, who's second place in the championship in the Mercedes. He's got the 44 in the back of his car, obviously honouring the great Lewis Hamilton. Tied with the greatest of all time, Michael Schumacher, on 7 world titles, of course. Oh dear. So Lyronix is about to cross the line to start his lap. Clark has gone inters. Now, is that a smart move, Robin, there to go inters in the where the driver's already completed the lap.
But it only gives you a lap time, and you're gonna be tired doing anyway at start right, so. But we don't know if it's gonna rain in the race, so maybe we try to take it as a kind of practice, but usually it doesn't really happen in most circumstances.
We don't know what the race is, this is going to be raged. We do not know. We really do not know. So we all know is that, Robin, that Chris is going to start pole. There's no doubt about that. And Joey's going to start second, Jonathan third. That's that really much the top 10 is sorted, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Short and sweet answer, just yes.
Yeah, well, but we don't need to say more. This is going to be top 8 that we see this now. These are the first 4 rows on the grid, and
Sandovitz puts in a 1:39.8. Yeah, the track is starting to get a lot more wet now. It's starting to get towards Inter's conditions. The drivers will not have any grip at all on the slicks. Inter doing a very good job of keeping these cars together. Here comes the cars now. Here comes the Ronix, a 1:38.5. Nice lap on the medium, so he'll go into 9th on the medium tyres. Jensen has gone out on the Inters. Jensen's qualify is not done yet, Robin, which is very interesting.
yeah, really interesting. It maybe could be a tie for the moment, and that he can either push out Sancho or Lionel out of the top 10.
Can do. Later says dry race, I think. So Laser's saying it's going to be a dry race.
So then it will probably be a dry race.
Well, if you know Laser, then we don't. So yeah, of course he's retired, so you can't really know what the conditions are going to be.
Oh, yeah.
Goodness me, good save.
His previous pass, let me see if he can control the car coming out of the turn 2.
Oh, he's really fighting that car, isn't he? He's trying to make it as fast as he can possibly go. He's trying all of his might to keep that car on that circuit. Good exit there for Jensen. Doing all his utmost to get this Red Bull around the circuit. If it's faster than a 1:39.8, then I'll be impressed.
And by the way, Connor has gone out on the mediums for a flyer. That's a pretty big gamble for.
Are you
for
sure it's
wet
mediums? Looks like wets on my view.
I thought the Connor is on the website, I think. That's a pretty.
Oh, Clarkie's crashed out before the chicane, so Clarkie is out of qualifying. Clarkie's out of qualifying, he'll start last. So bad luck there for Clarkie. Connors, that's a very big gamble. I don't think that's going to work, but fair play for choosing. Might as well not. Here comes Jensen. Already slower than Chris's time, but can he be faster than Sanchovitz's time? No, Jensen's gone in.
He could have been faster, but
oh, good save of Connor's gone into the wall after Spoon, and that is Connor's qualifying finish, and that is pretty much qualifying done and dusted. Sanchovitz is out on the. Is going to be doing a run. These drivers are not going to give in, aren't they?
This is Sancho's 4th run, I think. So he really wants to improve his time, and I think we saw that Jensen was improving on the incidents. I set fast for the second time standing, so he really wants to get that P9.
Yeah, so if you think that our race week, guys, will be finished there, it's not, because Friday, tomorrow, we'll be back here at Suzuka where we remain in Zuka for our Classic Series, with the debut of our 5-race Classic Series, where we started tomorrow 7:30, where I'll be competing against a load of good drivers in the 88 McLaren. So be sure to tune in for that. I'm sure it's going to be a great event for you guys to watch. So yeah, give us a watch, 7:30, like, subscribe, and put that notification bell on to be notified when our race streams will be going up. But yeah, 7:30 tomorrow will be the start of our Classic Series, where the 88 McLarens will be racing around this circuit. So be sure to tune in for that. As Sanchevitz now starts his flying lap. So let's see how Sanchevitz does, Rob, because we're interested to find out how his lap is going to do compared to his 39.8.
Goes really high into the gears, which gives you the chance on less wheel spin, which is very smart from him to do.
Look at Sanchevitz really changing those gears, short shifting to keep the minimum purchase of his tyres. So he's doing a very good job with Sanchevitz, doing minimum wheel spin as possible, 52 pounds slower. So he can pick up the pace a little bit more, but of course he's on those intermediate tyres, so they will not be as fast as the slicks. But you never know how his luck's going to do. Sanchevitz, of course, very consistent driver, always there and thereabouts the podium positions. Let's see how he does around Spoon. Look at that, short shifting a lot to keep his car, all the while to keep that car purchased to the road. What's the sector's going to be? It's 1.3 seconds faster than its previous. Oh no! He can go again. He can go again. There's the intermediates can go again.
And he goes for another run.
That was a 37.3. That was a 37.3. That would have been faster than his. It would have been faster than Lironix.
It would have been.
Jensen's out there as well. Jensen's gone out for another run. We're looking at Jensen right now. Who else? He was another one on those intermediate tyres. All the other guys on the top half, they're just chilling in the pits, waiting for the race to start. We're just looking at these. We're looking at these two drivers. Don't know why Raikkonen and Game Boys haven't announced their retirements yet. They could just retire now in the pits and just chillax. While we wait for Sanchevitz, Connor and Jensen to do their runs. Jensen's purple of his own time. Jensen now coming towards the final few corners. Through the chicane he goes, nice and easy. Beautifully worked through the chicane. Short shifted the car now towards the line. It'll be a 1:37.1 faster than Lironix. Incredible lap there for Jensen. Connor now on. Well, let's have a look at Sanchevitz.
Will he push out Lironix out of the top 10?
That'd be great news for the guys who's battling this championship. It comes Sanchevitz at 37.6, and he does push Lironix out of the top 10. So Chris will be starting pole. Great news for his championship chances. He's our championship leader right now. Well done to Chris. His championship final order. Chris is on pole position for the Japanese Grand Prix, followed by Joe in the Ferrari, Gelato in the Haas, Game Boys for Renault, Rappi for Mercedes, Ryan for 6th, Lossell 7th, Raikkonen 8th, Jensen 9th, Sanchevitz 10th, Lironix 11th, Connor in 12th, Tony in 13th, Laser in 14th, and Clarkey in 15th. Excuse me. Hopefully this race will wake me up now, because I'm literally looking forward to this race. So, Robin, who's your top 3 going to be?
Ooh, I think we'll see Rappi Rapidly on the podium, but don't really know in which place. I see maybe it's a second place, which could be a very good result for him. And maybe Gelato can do something about it. But we also have to notice that this was pretty much a one-shot qualifying, and the places where we see all drivers in are not really where they're really on a can't find the word, but let's say the
But also,
top 10 list.
if you think about it, Robin, the top, well, 9 and 10th place positions, the ones that did their inter runnings, they got free choice of tyre, haven't they?
Yeah, there you have.
Because they did qualify on the inter tyre, so they got the free choice of tyre, got into this race, which is benefit news for them. So, and also, Robin, which I think they played it smart. I think they didn't run the soft tyres at all, did the dry tyres at all, because I think they got the full tyre width or the full tyre stint. So that's benefit news to them. So very good work for them. Laser has bumped into someone. Clarky and Laser had a little bit of a bump, and I got back to the pit. So let's go and have a look at the tyres. And there you go. Medians for Laser and Clarky. Medians for Laurent and Connor. Medians for Jensen. Ryan will start 6th because he qualified on those medium tyres. And the rest of the guys are starting softs. As Chris goes around, trundles around in his Alfa Tauri, just warming up his tyres for this Grand Prix. Chat, if you're watching, who's your top 3 going to be? Let us know. Let us know who's your top 3 going to be. As the drivers are going around now to see what they can do. These are the best of the best, this lot. The fast of the fast. Robin, are you ready to contain yourself again for this GP? This is your second week in GP1. You ready for some more close fights?
Yeah, yes, really. And to see how part 18 of the season is going to be look like.
What is the championship going to look like after this race? We'll find out in 27 laps time as Chris in the AlphaTauri now rolls his car towards the start line. Joey in 2nd, Gelato 3rd, Gabe Boy's 4th, Rappy 5th. Rappy, who's his closest challenger in that top 5. Leronic, who's the main closest contender, is in 11th. Let's see what he can do. Laser, who's our 3rd place contender, who's in 14th. Rappy can get back into this championship fight if he gets a good result today. We're about to get ready to set up in this race. 5 red lights to the Japanese Grand Prix. GP1 is underway and off we go here at GP1, and it's a good start for Chris. Joey gets behind him, and we got drivers switching positions. Game Boys, it's got a bit of a poor start. Game Boy's got a very poor start. He's actually been disconnected, which is a bit of a shame. Joey's all over the back of Chris, and Chris now streaks away in his AlphaTauri. Good start for Rappy, going into 4th place. Laser's gone down to last as he's gone into 14th. He's the driver switching all over the place as Chris leads the Japanese Grand Prix ahead of Joey. Very good stuff from the drivers. Now they're all going to settle into this race now. So the drivers, we're doing this, and Tony and Game Boys are fighting, and we've got Clarky down on the inside of this lot as well. Clarky down the inside. Now he's got the outside line going into this hairpin, and now Tony's good. They're all going 3 wide side by side between the 2 as Tony gets past, I believe, getting past Clarky. Clarky holds on, they're bumping wheels going into Spoon Corner, and Tony gets the inside line and gets past Clarky and goes into 11th place. So Tony gets in front of Clarky, and now he'll start the chase to get towards Game Boys as the cars, all of them go straight towards this towards the chicane now. Lyronix is keeping his position in 8th place. Lost Souls a bit messy going through the chicane, but now he can really put the power down. He can try and catch down to Ryan, who's been a very good start. We're going to go to the battle for the lead as Joey is closing it on this battle with Chris. Joey is harassing Chris right now. Chris needs to hold on to his position. This is a great position for him in this championship fight. But right now, Robin, good start from the drivers, all very sensible.
Yes, and the only driver who got damage was Sanchowitz after the S section, so, and he seems to be really frustrated by that. So it's a race quit or there's a loss of connection, but a very clean turnaround by all those guys.
I would say so as well. As the game now is going to sort itself out. There we go. Thank you, game. We finally go back to normality. I wish it was like that after COVID. So, Connor. At least someone gets the joke.
Yeah.
As Sanchowitz goes into last. What a shame there for Sanchowitz. He's been disconnected from the session. Only can rejoin. Let's have a look at Tony, who's all over the back of Game Boys. Game Boys trying to hold off from Madman Tony. Madman Tony, of course, we'll call him Madman Tony because he's a madman, and we love him for it. Tony trying to close down to Game Boys, and we've got Lyronix coming towards the back of this puck group as well, towards Jensen. Connor now doing his best to get towards Lyronix, who's third place in our championship fight. But look how close these drivers are, Robin. Only lap 3, and they're all still close to each other.
Yeah, the top 30 now are all separating each other in a second. That's crazy.
It's unbelievable. Every week we see these drivers absolutely nose to tail for, what's it, 5 laps, 6 laps, 7 laps? They're so consistent, and this is what we love about these boys. They're so consistent. They can't let go. They can't let each other go, which is amazing. So Tony, closing in on Game Boys more.
Oh, Rappy's off.
Oh, Rappy's not off, is he? He is! Oh, Rappy, that's not good for his championship! Rappy's gone down into 9th, probably 10th now, it is! Oh, that's not good news for Rappy, and also he's in front of Madman Tony, which Rappy does not want, because Tony is always a madman. He's always all over the back of Rappy, side by side, comes towards 130 on Rappy. Tony gets the drive on Rappy, and now he goes into a 10th place. Tony gets into 10th, and Laser will try and clutch down this group as well. Good work there from Tony to get past Rappy, but Rappy all sorts of problems. Let's have a look at Joey. Joey with the DRS on Chris for the battle for the lead. Here goes Joey going down on the outside as Sanchowitz leads the session, and now Joey takes the lead on this Grand Prix. Joey leads as Laser's been locked out of the session, and now Joey leads the Grand Prix. Chris goes down to 2nd. Oh, Robin, really good start as Grand Prix at the moment.
Yeah, I really loved those first 4 laps, and a rich championship story with Rappy losing his front ring and coming out of the hairpin. He lost it on the traction and just slightly touched the wall, and there was a flight hurt with a tiny drop damage.
Tony bumping Game Boys at the moment. Tony trying to get past Game Boys as fast as he can. Raikkonen has gone past the disconnected Laser. That's not what he wanted. And Chris is not going to let Joey go. So right now, yes, I know Laser got disconnected. I know. I think I got you as a friend. I think I can try and get you in. I think I can get you in. So let's have a look at Laser. Let's see if we can get him into this session.
Chris is looking like for a real.
Give me a moment, fellas. I'm going to try and get Laser in.
themselves starting on soft tire.
Alright, so that's how you do it.
And Ryan on the
Do apologize about this, guys. I'm just trying to get Laser back into the session. There we are. Laser's got his invite. There we go. Laser's got his invite, boys. So we're back to the racing action. So we're looking at here, Lyronix and Jensen. Looking very close to each other. Laser's back in and Lyronix down the inside of Jensen. Good drive there from Lyronix as he gets the car drive. And he goes side by side with Laser and takes over 6th place. Good work there from Lyronix, and Laser's finally back into the session after my supreme invite. So now Chris is going after Joey. Joey defends hard. Chris all over him. Chris right behind him. Chris really closing on Joey's car. Here comes Chris toward the outside of the first corner. Stays behind him. Chris goes a bit messy into the first corner. And Chris was had to stay behind. As Connor has gone past Jensen. And Lyronix is on all over the back of Lost Souls now. Oh, right now is looking very, very, very interesting to see how this all plans out. And Jensen now is really harassing the back of that Ferrari. And look at that. And Game Boys has spun off. And that's not using him. And Joey's got a penalty. And there you go. There you go. Joey's got our first casualty of the penalty system. I don't know if I have Santivitz as a friend. Oh, is that Lost Souls? Lost Souls has spun!
Oh,
Lost Souls is doing so well! Oh, Lost Souls! Oh. Oh, dear. Right, let's get... We'll go try and get Sanchez. Oh, sweet. That saves my life then. Goodness me. Oh, has he?
yeah, he straight lined the hairpin.
The stewards will be looking into that. Thank you very much, buddy, for telling me that.
So everyone will now be pitting, and also Ryan pits on medium.
We do not do that here in Speed Force Race, by the way, guys. If you are frustrated, please come into the pits and retire. Please do not crash yourself out. Whatever you do, please don't do that. We do not tolerate that here in Speed Force Racing. It's a bit of a shame that Lost Souls did that, to be honest with you. He has got a reputation of being really naughty. It's not good to see. It really isn't. Has Laser been disconnected again?
I don't know.
If it is, I'll have a look. I'll have a look at Game Boys' point of view. Is it both runners been disconnected? Can I have a look
So
at
the Game Boys leaving the session. But...
Oh, yeah, Game Boys needs an invite. Goodness, God's sake. There we go. Game Boys has got his invite. There we go. Happy days.
We've had 4 drivers staying out on this. These are Lyronix, Connor, Jensen, and Party Boy.
So that's interesting to see. Lyronix is leading this race. Of course, I don't blame them, to be fair. Yeah, I agree with you there, Rage. Great comment for Rage. Have you seen the stream, Robin? I see what look gaming with his Rage Hunter put in.
I'll have a look.
He said, this game is so FKD, so many issues. I agree.
It always has issues.
So Lyronix has stayed out. CVI Connor stayed out. Jensen and Clarkey. Rappy is pitted, and all the rest of them has pitted. So Laser really, Robin, is back in this hunt now for possible good points here for his championship. Would you agree?
Say it again, please.
Is Laser back? Is it back in contention for some good points here?
Yeah, you always could be. He also not picked for the mediums.
He's pitted again for the mediums.
Yes, and Gelato and Ryan have also pitted for the hard. Ryan was really forced to go on to the hard tire. That's a bit unfortunate for him.
So we are wandering around this GP1. If you just joined us, lap 8, we're underneath the safety car at the moment after Lost Souls really stupidly crashed itself out into the hairpin, which the stewards will make sure Lost Souls will not do that again. It's a bit of a shame they does that, but oh well, we move on. But right now, Neuronix leads ahead of Connor, Jensen and Clark, who hasn't stopped. Joey is the only guy on penalties, is in 5th. Chris is in 6th, Gelato is 7th, Ryan in 8th, Tony 9th, and Rappy 10th. That's our point positions. And the rest of them is Raikkonen, Game Boys, Laser, and Sanchevitz. I'll tell you what, Robbie, because the good job the safety car did came out, it's got to be time to invite Sanchevitz back in, which is a good thing.
Yeah, true.
This is, of course, round 18 of the championship. And we're coming towards the very, very business end of our championship fight between 4 drivers. Leronix, Chris, Rappy, Laser. Safety car in this lap. Let's see how Leronix will play this out. Look how slow he's going. Really waiting for it to pounce. And he's pounced.
Oh, Connor almost lost it.
Good spot there, because I didn't see it.
He lost the rear completely.
And look at Clarky on Jensen. Clarky on Jensen. Clarky on to stay up behind him for now. So look at Tony and Ryan. Tony on the back of Ryan's car and stays behind. But yeah, with Connor with that mistake, it's now done dividends for Lyronix, as he got a good second gap on him now. Laser's gone past his teammate Game Boys and still hasn't joined back the session. Joey's all over the back of Clarky's car and so close as well, but not enough to get past the AlphaTauri. And the AlphaTauri, Clarky holds on. We're going board with Joey. As Tony got Ryan and Tony are fighting. Side by side on the hairpin. And Tony gets the drive. And Tony gets past him. Outside of the hairpin works. And look at Ryan now. Look at the back of him once again. Trying to go to the spoon corner. And no, it's not happened. Right now, these drivers are fighting for their lives. They're fighting for every position count. So, Robin, who's got the main advantage here?
Well, you would say Joey, but I was also starting to think that the good strategy of the AlphaTauri role where Clarky can maybe a bit of go into Chris, and then Chris can re-overtake Joey, and then he will be leading the race again.
Good point. Very good point.
The Clark is pushing like hell, so I don't think he's going to do that strategy.
He's not going to play the teammate strategy for all I care, innit?
At the moment, it doesn't look like it.
Oh, look at Rappy on the back of Ryan, and Raikkonen's right behind him as well. Raikkonen is really close behind Rappy, but Rappy's deep into the Degner, second Degner. And look at Raikkonen down the inside. Down the inside of the Rappy. Rappy had to defend it to the inside of the hairpin, but Raikkonen might get the drive, and he will. Oh, oh no!
He's off.
Oh no!
Virtual!
Oh, poor Rappy, none of his fault, Robin. Raikkonen lift up the car the wrong time and smacked into Rappy's car. Luckily, Rappy didn't get any damage from it, but my goodness me, poor Rappy. You had to feel bad for him, don't you?
Yeah, really, it's really a racing incident, and the traction coming out of the heavens is really difficult. And that's really wasn't for him.
Oh! For multiple warnings, for exceeding the track limits. Yeah, I have to agree with you there, Robin. It looks like to be a racing incident. That is, in my views, in our views, a racing incident. We're back racing once again. You're at.
Could you apply the game, boys? I can't, unfortunately. But,
So Joey right now doing his best to keep track of Clarkey. Clarkey's got Joey behind him. We're back. All of these guys are under a second of each other. This is what GP1 is all about. And we spectate the AlphaTauri of Clarkey. Raikkonen is retired in the pits. So Raikkonen out of this Grand Prix. So what's the limit of these medium tyres, Robin? Can they go another like 6 laps or so?
by 17 laps they're going off.
What, 17 laps?
Yeah.
So look at Ryan and Tony as Ryan locks up into the chicane. Very close to Tony. Tony is struggling a bit. And here comes Ryan. Tony on those hard tyres. Ryan on the mediums. And here comes Ryan on the back of Tony's car. Tony's got the DRS, of course. And he's not going to get past him. So Tony had to stay behind him for another lap. So Tony survives. And as he's trying to chase down Gelato. But right now, it's all looking pretty for Lyronics. The guy who's second place, well, third place in the. There's a second or third? Yes, second. Yeah, second in the championship. Bloody hell, I lost my mind then. So many numbers, so many positions, so many names. So Lyronics leads this race, which is perfect for his championship. Perfect for his championship. Rappy's in 12th, but he's not going to give up just yet. Laser in 10th, he'll get a point. Chris in 6th, he'll get a few points. As we go to Joey against Clarkey. 3/10 between the two. 2/10 between the two. It's now going towards the 10th. Clarkey gets the drag of Jensen's Red Bull, and look at Clarkey towards down the outside of the chicane. Jensen has to defend. Here comes Clarkey down the outside. You get the inside line going into the excellent chicane. And Jensen's lost it. Jensen's lost it.
Crash.
What a massive crash for Jensen. Oh, that is so unlucky. Oh no. Oh, and Clarkey didn't hit the back of the safety car.
Oh.
Oh my goodness me. Poor Jensen. That is so unfortunate. What a massive crash, Robin.
Yeah, he was upside down.
Was he?
Yeah, he was on my screen.
Oh goodness. Well, what a horrific accident there for Jensen.
Really, and can you invite Game Boys?
I did invite him once, but let's see if I can get him in again.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, yeah, okay. Okay. I've invited him.
So hopefully he can join and we'll be back into the game.
So Raikkonen says this. I didn't play since 1 month, just had a few laps before the race. I'll be ready for the next one, says Raikkonen. It's good to hear that Raikkonen will be competing again as the drivers are now coming in the pits for their tyre changes. And it looks like a few drivers have gone onto the soft tyres, so pretty wise, because we've got a few laps of this race to go now. So they're all going into the soft tyres. Joey leads this Grand Prix ahead of Chris, ahead of Gelato, ahead of Tony. So this will be very interesting to see how these drivers will do on the soft tyres.
Yeah,
Both Mercedes on the softs.
And it was also the only choice they had. Either hard or software the only choice. The tire wear is not very high around it. I think they could only just manage it. So let's see if they can do it.
Oh, you just gotta feel bad for Jensen, man.
Yeah, it's really it was a really unfortunate crash he had, and it's very understandable. Getting the traction out of that corner is not the easiest corner to do, and it's a very understandable crash, and it's so unfortunate for him after he was running into the points.
And only the points as well. He could have been opted for a podium as well. He was looking for it, wasn't it?
Yes. And I've also noticed that Connor has overtaken Lyron and under the pit stops.
Oh, has he just? I just noticed. So well spotted. You're a better spotter than me, Robin. Look at you.
Oh. Yeah, I'm looking at Lyron and I somehow saw a Ferrari in front of him and I didn't saw it else.
You're just some spotter, aren't you?
Yeah.
That's a little chuckle, wasn't it? A little chuckle.
But the second takes car of today, that's also the mountain.
I love that. Robin, I love this. The Jensen and Rage having a good chat on chat that says Rage went 30 laps on soft is going to be tight. Jensen said then penalty than that. Rage went unlucky Jensen. Jensen went I'm sending it in. Rage said some crash mind. Jensen then said it was mental. It was quite mental on my screen. And then Rage went, you definitely said something. And then Rage goes on and says, Marshall's have a busy 5 minutes repairing that time barrier. Oh dear.
Yeah, on my screen I was looking at Jensen and he was going into the wall, and later he was going upside down and then going from his roof to how a car should be onto the ground. Pretty weird crash, and I think from his POV it would look like even funnier.
Well, obviously, when you see a guy going upside down in real life, it's like a real scary instances. But in the game, he's just like, yeah, you just carry on.
Yeah,
You just laugh it off.
Yeah, sometimes if you just lose your car going into a wall, in real life you will lose a tire, but in the game you'll go upside down.
The game designs for let's make it more dramatic. If the tire goes off, we're going to flip the car.
Yes, the decision will be coming in this lap, so let's see.
Be interested to see how the soft tire runners will do.
Yeah, and how long they can keep the pace.
Laser in 5th. That's a good work there for Laser. Chris in 2nd. Laser and Chris 2nd and 5th. The Ronix and Rappy 8th and 12th. That's our championship contenders. As Chris is sort of almost barging Joey towards the last corner. As Joey's wait. Look at Joey. He's Joey is.
It's quite dangerous.
Joey's got to go.
How we go?
Joey's got to go. Tony and Gelato. Tony gets the jump on Gelato. and all these tries going into the first corner. Clarky down the outside of Ryan, then barging and bumping. Look at this, and look at Ravi, look down the inside. Then the Haas drivers are fighting as well. Colin gets past Gelato. Gelato goes down into 7th place. Tony can take on Chris now as Gelato making a move on the soft tyres. Rappy is trying to chase down Clarky. Look at Rappy on the back of Clarky on towards the Degners, and they're not going to get past. Rappy gets a penalty. Oh, Rappy gets a penalty. That's not what he wanted. And look at Lemon down the inside of Gelato. Down the inside of the hairpin. Will they another smash up? No, they're not going to. So now Lawrence has promoted himself into 7th place, and we got right towards the back of Gelato's car. Gelato is struggling on the soft tyres, and they're going to bump into the back of Gelato's car, and Gelato's got to get away now. See by Connor and Connor with Sanjovic. Connor's absolutely flying. He's making that Ferrari like a rocket ship. He's trying to go as fast as he can. He's going down the inside. He's got all the confidence in the world on the soft tyres. And Cedric's locked some of it so to Connor. Connor trying to switch back move. Connor trying to get the massive drive he can. Cedric's trying to hold on, but all the hold on he can do. Connor gets the inside line. He always bumps into the side pods, and now he gets the inside line. All the grip in the world. He goes into 5th. Connor's flying. Connor's absolutely flying. Sanjovic trying to catch him down, but it's not going to work. Rappy trying to close the Gelato. Already robbing the soft tyre runners are always having a field day out there.
It was quite an exciting physical restart. Well, I think the Ryan almost lost it when I was the Essex, and he's still fine. You really saw that the hard tyre is really the tyre you don't want to be on. Gelato started 3rd, is now 10th.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable how a start could do in it. So Clarky chasing down Ryan. Ryan holds on, only just, but here comes Clarky, snaking the back of that racing point. He's literally snaking. Look at Leronix. Sanjovic is in trouble once again because those medium tyres are not going to hold on for much longer. So that's Mercedes got a lot more pace than he has. And Sanjovic locks up. Sanjovic locks up, and Leronix will now get the drive. Now he can really get the drive. Now he can get the overtake. And now we can take Sanjovic down the inside of the turn 1. The Mercedes drive will take 6th place away from Sanjovic. And Leronix will now try and chase after Connor, who's on the back of Laser. If you was Laser, you're going to do everything you can, Robin, to hold off Connor. But is it going to be enough, I wonder? That's the silence of thought. So Ryan.
Yeah, I'm speechless now.
He's speechless. You just can't believe how close this is, can't you?
Yeah, it's too close for comfort to previous the whole race.
Oh, Ryan's got the run on Sanjovic. Sanjovic is falling like a massive stone in the ocean. Sanjovic has got no chance against these guys on the soft. Look at the confidence Ryan has on the back of Sanjovic's car. Ryan's got a real good drive coming out of Spoon. Now we go on board with Ryan to see if we can get past Sanjovic's Haas. And we got off board. Look at Ryan, he's really on the back of it. Ryan, we're now looking into the chicane. And look at, and Sanjovic holds off, but Ryan will have to dump back inside the Haas once again. They're all knocking up. And there comes Ryan. You get the drive out of the corner. Chris gets the fast stop of the race. And now the DRS is open. Here comes Ryan. Closing. Outside move towards turn 1. This is really brave. And Ryan sweeps past it. What a move from Ryan. That was brave and pretty well done. Well done, Ryan. Good move. Now it's Clarky's turn to take on Sanjovic. We got a yellow flag. That's Rappy!
Rappy is off.
Rappy has gone off. That surely will end his championship chances. He did not want that. The German in problems. The German is probably out of this championship fight now, due to the others are doing really well at the moment. Rappi has left the session and most likely rage quitted. Oh, goodness me, this race has it all. As we go on board with Connor, he can actually try and get a podium today. Because his soft tyres is on, it's a much more better state than Laser's and Tony's. Actually, we're going to go back to Clarkey, who's on the outside of Sanchez, going into the chicane. Here comes Sanchez and Clarkey side by side as Clarkey.
Nice move.
Oh God, choking up here, goodness sake. Oh dear. Oh, Tony made a mistake! Tony made a mistake! Tony made a mistake! Laser goes into third! Laser goes onto the podium! What happened to Tony? He made a mistake in turn one, I believe.
Or lost the traction or something. I didn't saw it, so...
I didn't see it as well. Oh, look at Chris. Chris is on the back of the leader. Oh, there's so much going on in this Grand Prix. 7 laps to go. Chris is on the back of the leader. Joe goes onto the grass. Laser's trying to close down this lot. Connor's absolutely got it's like a rocket ship at the moment, trying to cast down Tony. They're on this corner up this group. There's so much going on. We're all trying to keep track of it all. There's so much going on. What a Grand Prix this is. Chris is trying to cast down Joey. Robin, we're going for a fight. We're in for 7 laps of pure pain for our throats.
Yeah, I just hearing into my ear that your voice has been heard.
In it. As Chris close in even more on Joey. 2 tenths between the two.
And Chris should be smart with Joey as he knows Joey has a penalty and he hasn't.
But then again, he's got to be aware of Laser as well. And speaking of, oh, and Tony onto the grass. Oh, Connor, very cheeky. Tony made a mistake. Tony made a mistake. Tony goes onto the grass. He's on the grass, whereby he's shoved down by Connor, and Tony goes down to 7th. What's happened to Connor?
Oh, what?
Connor's lagged out.
No.
Robin, keep seeing getting in.
I can't invite people, unfortunately.
I think. Oh yeah, good point. I'll see if I can get Connor in as quickly as I can. Right, I got him.
Good news.
Oh, look at Chris down towards Joe and Danny inside for the lead! And Chris takes the lead!
I think that was a very smart move from Joey as he broke to get a DRS, which he will now get.
And look at, you are right, Rob, because look at this, Joe's got the DRS on Chris. This is going to be a fight back for the lead. Here goes Joey down the outside, and this is meaningless. He's got a penalty. Oh, Joey goes too wide. This will then later a chance.
Oh no, please no. Whoa.
And Clarkey's gone off. Clarkey went off. Tony goes into 6th. My goodness me. Oh, right, Laser. I'll tell you what, Robin. If Laser gets second, this will be perfect for him right now.
Yeah.
So Laser trying to get past Joe before those soft tires coming at him, which they are at the moment, because Connor has been lagged out, which has been such a shame. On his part, I did send him an invite, so. We'll see if he can get himself back in. As drivers at the moment trying to find their way round. Joey trying to catch down Chris. Laser close behind. Ryan behind him. It could be anyone's race.
Yeah, then we've got 3 championship contenders in this top 5 battle.
3 championship contenders in the top 5 battle. You are definitely right. And Joey's got the DRS once again, but it's meaningless because you're not going to get past Chris like that. Chris holds on for now. Laser's watching on very closely. Connor has rejoined the session, which is good news. But he's going to be quite upset. Oh no! Oh, Laser! Oh, Laser! Lyronis stays third! Lyronis stays third! Laser went all wrong! And Lyronis took advantage!
Oh my!
Oh no! Poor Laser. Smacked into the side of the car. Looks like it was Ryan. Oh dear, oh dear. Ryan is retired on track. He's not going to be happy with that. Clarkey closing in on Tony. Robin, this has been such a great race.
Yeah, obviously, really, so much going on. And go make a moving quick.
And you got, and Robin has still got, was it 4 more rounds of this to go? So I hope you're preparing yourself.
Yeah, I will. It's not good for my health, but.
Oh, look at Joey! Look at Joey on Chris. Chris having a little look. Joey's having a little look at Sanchevitz as well. Sanchevitz on Clarkey down the inside. And Sanchevitz will shove Clarkey out of the way. And he'll take that 7th place position. And so Sanchevitz will now be behind. Well, Sanchevitz is now behind his teammate, which is Gelato. So, good job for the Haas boys. CPI Connor, 5-second penalty. He's going to retire the car. Then that's probably CPI Connor out of this race.
Does that soft tire from Lyronis still have some life in it?
Was it? We got 3 laps to go, 3 or 4 laps to go.
Still in a second, but I don't think it has much more tire life in it.
Joey, most likely Joey but not be on the podium because of his 3-second penalty. So unless Chris gets a penalty and Lyronis gets a penalty.
I have taken a look at all of the top 5 without the penalties. They all have 2 warnings, so they are all pretty close to a penalty.
So if any of them exceed the travel limits 1 time, they get a penalty.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So what's Joey doing right now, which is pretty smart, Robin, that is trying to pressure Chris into a mistake. He's really pressuring that AlphaTauri driver, but so right now this is smart, so he's trying to pressure him, but is Chris going to feel the pressure, I wonder?
Obviously he will. He really needs to watch out the mirrors for Joey, so we know Joey that he could be anywhere at any place sticking his nose to your side. But also I think Joe has made a mistake as Lyronis is really looking tasty behind him.
And so is Laser, and he's looking on the back of this lot as well. CPI Connor is still going, which is fair enough on this part. At least he's still going to get points, so fair play to Connor on that one. Robin, I'd like to ask you an important question right now.
Yeah.
Who's going to be your driver of the day?
I'll go for Laser.
You know what? I agree.
Yeah, he was from the back and fighted his way up to the front, and if he doesn't do something stupid, he will go onto the podium.
Alright, speaking of the podium, here comes Lyronis. Lyronis on Joey. But they don't have the RS. Exactly. Save the RS, boys. It's an overtake button. It's good you can try and use the RS around the track and gain some time, but save the ERS. So you save it for a lap or so. 2 laps to go for this race to go. Tony's still in this fight. Top 5 covered by was it around 2 seconds. So right now, Chris leads ahead of Joey, ahead of Lironix, Laser and Tony. What was it, mate?
Tony almost lost it coming out of the second back mark.
Oh, look at Laser. Look at Laser. Have a little look at Lironix. Oh, not close enough. Just said Connor gets the fastest lap of the race. So Connor will get 3 points out of this race because we got 2 points for being 9th and a point for and you'll get a point for the fastest lap. So that's pretty good news for them. As Lironix is closing even more on Joey's Ferrari. Joey is in trouble because here comes Lironix. Lironix down the outside. He's having a little look up, and Joey gets past him. Lironix gets past him. Sorry, Lironix gets past him. So Joey he's going to fight back. Look at this. Joey having the DRS in the ears. Look at it down the outside towards turn 1. And look at Tony. Tony on the outside by Simon with Laser. And Laser almost got shoved off the track. And Tony gets into 4th. And Laser is going to settle for 5th. Unbelievable.
And this is only the advantage of Chris for now a second gap to Lironix.
Oh, and Joey's got a bit of understeer. So Tony's having a look. Tony couldn't actually get on the podium here. After what was to be a spin, is now closing in on Joey for a podium. Look at Tony down the inside. They don't have to overtake there. Down the outside to the hairpin. He's trying to get the drive, but Lay's having a look as well. Good drive from Joey. It's all down to the last lap. Chris is absolutely going to win this race. Lironix is going to win 2nd. Who's going to get 3rd? But I believe it's going to be Tony because of Joey's penalties. But Tony wants to earn his penalty. What? That's the podium for real. Chris will cross the line.
But Chris will really tasty at the back of Laser for P5.
I'm going to have a look at Chris. Chris will cross the line. Look at the name in the back. Chris will cross the line first. Lironix 2nd. Jay will lose positions. And look at, oh my goodness me. Tony will get 3rd. Laser 4th. Joe will come 5th. Gelato 6th. Santovic 7th. Clarky 8th. Connor will come home 9th. And Game Boys and Rappy 11th. In 10th and 11th. Wow. Wow. Unbelievable. What a race. GP1 has done it again. Chris gets the victory and he'll extend his lead in the Drivers' Championship. Unbelievable. See you later, Rage. See you tomorrow, buddy. Because tomorrow we've got the Classic Series coming up tomorrow here in Japan. 88 McLaren, so it's a little special. Speedforce Racing special for you as Chris celebrates, which is good news for his championship chances. He'll extend his lead in the Drivers' Championship as we go to the Drivers' standings. Chris first, Lironix 2nd, Tony 3rd, Laser 4th, Joey 5th, Gelato 6th, Santovic 7th, Clarky 8th, CPI Connor 9th, Game Boys 10th, Rappy 11th, and Ryan in 12th with our DNFs is Ryan, Jensen, Raikkonen, and Lost Souls. Robin, we got 4 more races of this left. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Did you enjoy yourself?
A lot.
There got 4 more races left to go.
Yeah, and out of 4 races we still have, I will be there.
More, 4 more race punishing throats. Next time I'm going to supply myself some orange juice so I can actually look after my throat.
Yes.
So Lyronics is still in here, so let's try and get LR Lyronics in. For an interview. Oh, LR. Okay, it's LR. Thank you. Okay, Saint Lyronics is in this group along with Tony. If we don't get anyone in, then that's don't matter. Let's get a good view of the AlphaTauri, who's our which is the championship winning car.
The race winning car.
The race winning car. Driven by the one and only Chris. Robin, how would you sum that race in general then?
Breathtaking, in one word. The most thing that really surprised me is that the whole field, which was mostly the top 10, were pretty much the whole race staying in a second of each other, and Suzuka is quite difficult for these kind of cars to follow each other. That's really surprising me. And oh man, what a fight we have with some overtakes around the outside of turn 1. Is there a better place to do that?
It's unreal. Robin, was there any moments of the race that really caught your eye?
Jensen's crash was quite a weird one, and yeah, there's so much moments we had in this race that are really embarrassing and really really enjoyable. And there will be more next week when we are at Circuit of the Americas, where there are a lot of overtaking opportunities, and yeah, we're looking forward to that one already.
I am too. So that is it, guys. That is it for our race week here in Japan. Well, sort of, because tomorrow at 7:30 on a Friday, we're going back. We're staying in Japan for our classic series, the start of our classic series in Japan, with the 88 McLaren just going to be taking on this great Suzuka circuit. And on Monday, we're back to business as usual with GP4 taking on the Circuit of the Americas. 4 more rounds to go now. Who is it going to be our drivers' champions in our all 4 divisions? We're very excited to see how it all plays out. Join us next time where we head to the Circuit of the Americas for round 19 of the championship. Heading to the Circuit of the Americas. From Oliver and Robin, it's ta-da for now.